Keanu Reeves has always been a mystery in Hollywood. Talented, humble, and far from scandals. But there is something more. Something few have noticed. He seems to never age. From his early films in the 1980s to today, his face has barely changed. While other stars show the passage of time, Keanu remains the same, as if the years do not affect him. But the strangest thing is not his appearance, it's his past. In 2010, an internet user made a chilling discovery. They found a portrait from 1530 of a man named Paul Manette. Manette was a French actor, and his face is identical to Keanu Reeves. But here's the problem. According to historical records, Paul Manette mysteriously disappeared, and his body was never found. How is that possible? Has Keanu Reeves lived more than one life? But this is only the beginning, because there is something even stranger, something Keanu has tried to keep hidden. One night, during the filming of John Wick, an accident happened on set. Keanu fell from a great height, but he got up as if nothing had happened. Witnesses say it was impossible for him to walk away unharmed. Some believe it was just luck. Others think Keanu knows something we don't. What happened next defied all logic. The John Wick set fell into complete silence. Everyone had seen Keanu fall from a height that would have seriously injured anyone. But there he was standing, without a single scratch. The production crew exchanged glances, unsure of what to say. No one could explain what had just happened. One of the assistants nervously approached him. "Are you okay, Keanu?" The actor simply smiled and said, "I'm used to falling." But there was something in his tone, something that sent a chill through everyone. News of the impossible accident quickly reached the media. But strangely, the reports vanished. There were no official records of the incident. No videos. As if it had never happened. And this is where things get even stranger. Days later, a historian contacted one of the journalists investigating the story. He had information that would change everything. Keanu Reeves doesn't just look like Paul Manette. There's more proof. The historian revealed ancient portraits, centuries old. A 16th century warrior with the same face. An 18th century poet with the same gaze. A 19th century monk with identical features. He has always been here, the historian said. Keanu Reeves had existed in every era. But then, why was no one talking about this? The answer came in the most unexpected way. That same week, an anonymous account posted a message on internet forums. It contained only 3 words. Keanu knows everything. And the most unsettling part was that minutes later, the account disappeared. What Keanu Reeves truly knows remains a mystery no one has been able to solve. Days passed, and the incident on the John Wick set was forgotten by the press, but not by those who were there. Rumors about Keanu Reeves' immortality spread across the internet. And the strangest part? He never denied them. Every time someone asked him in interviews about his resemblance to historical figures, Keanu would simply smile and give cryptic responses. "Is it true that you're immortal?" Someone once asked him. Keanu remained silent for a second, then replied, "Life is a very long journey for some, longer than for others." Was it just a joke? Or was he leaving clues? But then, something happened that left everyone speechless. An art historian was reviewing historical archives when he discovered a painting from the 14th century. The image depicted a knight in dark armor with a face identical to Keanu Reeves. But the most terrifying detail was in the corner of the painting, a Latin inscription that read, "The man who cannot die." The discovery went viral, but just days later, the painting mysteriously disappeared from the museum. Coincidence? Or is someone trying to hide the truth? What happened next was even stranger. An anonymous person contacted a journalist investigating the case and handed them a letter with a chilling message. Keanu has not only lived for centuries, he has seen things no one else should know. What does this mean? Is there something more behind his story? Maybe the real question isn't whether Keanu Reeves is immortal. Maybe the real question is why he is still here. Days passed, and the story of the missing painting faded into obscurity. But something didn't add up. Why had all records of its existence been erased? who had the power to erase a work of art from history. But this was just the beginning. An independent researcher, obsessed with the theory of Keanu Reeves' immortality, discovered something even more unsettling. An ancient manuscript, dated 1345, mentioned a man with extraordinary abilities. The document spoke of a mysterious warrior who never aged. A man who, according to records, fought in battles for centuries without showing any signs of aging. The name in the manuscript was worn away, but the description of his face was eerily familiar. Dark, deep-set eyes, a serene expression, long hair, a traveler without time. The researcher attempted to make his discovery public, but before he could share it, his email account was deactivated, and his website was deleted. Someone didn't want this story to come to light, but the most disturbing event happened weeks later. A fan of Keanu Reeves managed to take a photograph of him at a private event, but upon reviewing the image more closely, he saw something impossible. In the reflection of a mirror behind Keanu, there was another version of him. Same clothes, same posture, but with a slight difference. He looked younger. The fan tried to share the image on social media, but the post disappeared within minutes. How was this possible? A glitch? Or evidence of something far greater? Some believe that Keanu Reeves is not only immortal, but that he may exist in different eras at the same time. And the most terrifying part? He has never tried to deny it. Maybe it's not that Keanu Reeves doesn't age. Maybe he has never been born or died like the rest of us. The rumors about Keanu Reeves' immortality continued to grow. But what happened next was even more disturbing. An anonymous user on the dark web leaked a supposedly classified document titled, File 0 to 13, The Man Without Time. The document described an individual with unusual characteristics, a consistent appearance throughout the centuries, connections with key historical figures, the ability to disappear without a trace, and the most unsettling part, a list of events where this individual had been present just before major historical moments. Among the names listed in the file was Paul Manette, and beneath his name, a handwritten note, current alias, Keanu Reeves. What did this mean? Then, something even stranger happened. A journalist attempted to investigate the leak, but was found days later in his home, with his computer completely wiped. When asked what had happened, he only said one sentence: "I shouldn't have asked questions." Who was hiding the truth? But this wasn't all. During a press conference in 2023, a fan asked Keanu directly, "How do you explain that some people believe you're immortal?" Keanu smiled, looked at the audience, and replied, "Is that what they say? Well, time is just an illusion." A simple joke, or a hidden confession. Maybe the real question isn't whether Keanu Reeves is immortal. Maybe the real question is what he has seen throughout all this time. And more importantly, why is he still here? The end. Remember, this story is fiction. Or maybe Hollywood is hiding more than we imagine. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more incredible stories. Share your theory in the comments. Is Keanu Reeves more than just an actor?